must be a powerful bitch.
What's up, witches? I'm Allie, aka BronxWitch, and welcome back to my channel, where you are the magic, and where I talk about my experience with Wicca, the religion, witchcraft, the practice, and tarot. And in this video, I'm going to be doing another flip through and review, this time of the Words as Wands spell deck by Woman of Rivers. And I'm really excited to show you guys this deck. This is a small indie deck that got my attention a few months ago when I started watching Woman of Rivers Instagram videos. She has a really great energy, really insightful, beautiful readings, and I really like the way that she structured her readings. She talks about things like what you can call in and what you can release, and so I was really excited when I heard that she was making her own deck to reflect the way that she goes about her readings. It's my understanding that this is not a conventional tarot deck. As you can see, it's a spells deck, and so the cards are actually designed to give you spell and ritual ideas, and I think it would make a really great supplement to tarot readings, so I wanted to show it to you guys. So this is the box. It's a very simple box. Like I said, this is an indie deck, so I don't think the box is necessarily designed to be kept. I'll pull everything out here. And I already really like the feel of the cards. You guys know I don't like really big, thick decks. I like little decks for my little hands. So this fits very nicely. And it looks like we start off here with a guidebook. So let's take a look at that first. And it's a very simple, pull-out guidebook. And it explains a welcome to it and where she gets her inspiration. And I think it's a really good idea that she includes some spread instructions and instructions for how to actually work with the cards, because they are different from a different decks. And you can work with the whole deck together, or you can just pull focus cards, call and response cards, elemental supports cards, etc. She shows how you can use a pendulum, and so that's really exciting to me because I work with the pendulum. So she's showing how you can use the pendulum with the different stacks of cards to decide how to work with them. And this is the beginning card. I don't think it's meant to be used. Put that there. And we can see here that this card is a very different card. We can see here that this is a very different card from a regular tarot card. So we have working with spirit. And it's saying that I'm calling my energy back to me, borrowed and stolen, and given of me, I'm calling my energy back. This ritual is best said aloud or whispered to the wind 9 times. Allow it to carry your voice far and wide so that every part of you is drawn back. Spoken, up, waking, and before bed will allow this soul recalling ritual to solidify as routine with the intention of remembering who you really are. So this is really cool because you can use this as an affirmation that you can repeat over and over. I'm calling my energy back to me, borrowed and stolen, and given of me, I'm calling my energy back. And you can repeat that over and over again, and that can be an actual ritual. So this would be the type of thing that I would pull at the beginning of the week when I do my weekly reading for myself, and do this ritual for the entire week. So then we have another ritual, and this is giving you exact details on using the pendulum and everything. So this is really in-depth on how to do the whole ritual. I think that is so cool. So I'm going to flip through these a lot faster because I don't want you to be able to see all of her wonderful spells and rituals. But you can see from the design of the card that they're all the same. There are no different colors or structures. and there's 13 of the working with spirit cards. And then we get into the working with water. And you're calling in the water, a spell best sung by the ocean or the river or the creek. And so this spell is designed to help you work with the element of water to bless your family and friends. And then we have the same thing with the water element. Different water-based rituals or spells to help you call in the energy of water to accomplish something. So we'll go through. So after the 7 calling in with water cards, we have release cards. So these cards help you to release with the element of water. So these are ritual instructions for using this element to release something in your life that no longer serves you. And there are 7 of these cards. And then we have the same thing again with the fire element. So starting off with a affirmation and a ritual and spell to do to help you work with the fire element and to call fire into your life. And then there are 7 of those. And then we get to the working with fire release, and then we have another affirmation and a spell to go with the release of fire. Using the element of air to help release things. And then earth, call in. And then release earth. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. I finally flipped through for the first time so I can treat myself to the sweet, sweet pleasure of the very first shuffle. Are you ready? Here we go. Ooh, nice. Very easy shuffle. Yeah. All right. So definitely a softer deck. Very easy shuffle on the first shuffle. Feels really good in the hands. Not a large deck, not thick cards. As I said, I think this deck will be really great as like a supplement deck for accompanying your other readings. To help you figure out how to call these elements in or use these elements to help you to release things in your life. I think this is super, super helpful, especially for someone who is starting to work magic and wants to use spell work and ritual to help improve themselves and improve their lives, but not really sure how to go about doing things or feeling a little overwhelmed by everything. All of the spells and rituals in here require very little objects, if any, very few tools are needed for these spells and rituals, and the few tools that I saw that were recommended could easily be substituted with something else. So I would definitely recommend this deck really to anyone Because it's not a typical tarot deck, it doesn't really matter what your tarot reading level is. You can have 0 tarot skill or ability whatsoever. In fact, this isn't really even a tarot deck. So I would recommend this to absolutely anyone who is just looking for ways to connect with the elements and work magic and ritual into their lives. Alright, witches, I hope you really enjoyed this flip through and review of the Words as One spell deck by Woman of Rivers. I definitely recommend it. All of her information will be down below for you to check out. If you like this video or if you just enjoyed it, make sure to click on the thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, leave them for me down below. And of course, subscribe. Click on the bell button so you're notified every time a new video comes out. You can follow me on Instagram at BronxWitch, and I will see you in the next video. Blessed be.